live on YouTube. I just wanted to make sure I cleared out there. But we are on live on YouTube. Back
Yes.
with Yatta Dates, episode 11.
Yes. 11. We here.
And today we're going to be talking about marketing one-on-one, courtesy of y'all new favorite chicken.
The Popeye chicken sandwich.
The Popeyes
infamous chicken sandwich that made headlines everywhere on Black Twitter.
And I'm going to tell you like this. I think the first time I saw it, I think I saw the commercial for it when I was in DR. I was like, oh, Popeye's got a chicken sandwich. And I wasn't like all hype about it or anything. But the moment I touched down and I got back home, everybody talking about, oh, it's better than Chick-fil-A. I'm like, better than Chick-fil-A? What? Like, that's a bold statement. Yeah. That is a very bold statement. But I know you were saying that the chicken sandwich actually isn't, no.
It's not. I think it's been on the menu for a while now. It's just more, they promoted it more heavily and they came at Chick-fil-A like, we got a better chicken sandwich than you guys. And yeah, everybody's just been going to it. I mean, Chick-fil-A, everybody's trying to compete with Chick-fil-A. The only thing that they really have the advantage over them is that they're open on Sundays and Chick-fil-A isn't. But Chick-fil-A is fired. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not going to Popeyes.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you like this, like, before it got crazy, like out of hand, before like all the extra shit, like I tried the sandwich. It's not all that. Like me personally, and I said this before, I feel like Popeye's chicken fell off like for the longest. So when I got it, I'm like, this just tastes like a Popeye's chicken breast between like two pieces of bread. Like I wasn't like Chick-fil-A, you got like the layers of flavor and this. I like, me personally, I like it. But like this new shit, this new chicken sandwich era, is it the sandwich or is it the hype?
I think it's more the hype than it is the sandwich, because everybody's been saying the same thing, like the sandwich is bland or it's not all that great to live up to the hype, but it's more so that how they promoted it and how everybody's just been talking about it. And then it created like side conversations about it, about basically like advertising in general, like people with word of mouth advertising and how we don't support other businesses with their stuff and everything like that. Where more so it's just like we follow what's hot. That's how we are. We are people of movement. So whatever is hot right now, we're going to follow that movement. And Chick-fil-A and Popeyes was like, we going to break off of this, because either way, both of them are making money.
Hell yeah.
You have people who are like, no, I'm gonna stick to Chick-fil-A, I'm gonna get their sandwich regardless. And then you have people like curious who will secretly sneak to Popeyes and get the sandwich because of the hype, because of the pressure.
You gotta think about it, right? Like if you see a video, not even a video, several videos of people like fighting over a fucking chicken sandwich, right? Like even if you have no particular interest in it, you gotta ask yourself, what's going on? All right, like what's really going on here that people are throwing their hands, people waiting in line this long, like it's Jordan for a fucking chicken sandwich. You know what I mean? Like, like it's like I said, I had already had the sandwich before I started seeing the fight videos. But again, I was just like, yo, it made me question myself. I was like, did I go to the wrong location? Like, because the sandwich that I had was not worth throwing the hands over. You know what I mean? But it's just like we were saying, like attention-based market, because it has so much attention, because it's like these keywords, like it's the best chicken sandwich, or it's the most this, or it's better than this. It's just like those things naturally just spark your curiosity. It's like, oh, like because we all opinionated, so it's just like, well, is it the best chicken sandwich? Let me find out for myself.
And then we just go and try to see what's up with it, and we're left to talk about it, and one person talk about it, and now everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, and it's like for reference, like this isn't just about the chicken sandwich. I want y'all to, like, if y'all selling any kind of product, like take something away from this. Take some, like, you need to build that kind of hype around your product. Like your t-shirts need to be so comfortable. It's just like somebody's fighting in line to get your t-shirt.
And you know what I've noticed too with this marketing that I've seen is that a lot of smaller businesses and people are taking this opportunity to like market their stuff on the side. They be like, oh, y'all think Chick-fil-A sandwich? Well, try this sandwich. I got a better chicken sandwich. Because I seen an ad for Bun B's chicken sandwich. I've seen a lot of local people from in the area, in the Trenton area, sandwiches. I think somebody made a jerk chicken sandwich. It's just all these different sandwiches are coming out now because that's the hype. Like we are gonna follow the hype, so jump on it while it's hot. Like, that's how I look at it. Like,
if you cook, if you make one of those platters on Facebook, make a chicken sandwich platter, it's gonna be booming right now. It says He says, "I'll make a banging chicken sandwich." Just saying. Pablo, first of all, I got like a personal issue with this guy. First off and foremost, Tyson's chicken sandwich is not your own. Tyson chicken sandwich is not considering making your own chicken sandwich. And I'm just dispel those rumors right now. So,
no, I'm pretty sure I can make a good chicken sandwich. I'll just, I'm making my own way. I'll season it real good, but I don't like white meat, so that's just me. No, that's why I'm not like the hype passed me. Like it went right over me like this.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't even go to Popeyes now. Like, why would I go there for a chicken sandwich that I'm probably gonna be like, no. If anything, if I'll go back to chicken sandwiches, I'll probably eat like a McChicken. If anything,
don't do that. Go to
Chick-fil-A
first.
Maybe a Chick-fil-A sandwich if I'm in the mood for it. But nah.
But like
I'm in the mood for that.
Like I said, and this is something I was telling you about too. It's not just Popeyes, but like other people, they use these kind of like obscene marketing tactics where they make like these crazy menu items that they know people would never eat. Like you see like the mac and cheese burger, the mac and cheese is stacked this high. Like realistically, when you go to a restaurant, you're not ordering that shit. You know what I mean?
No.
But it's just like something to get your eyes like, oh, well, what is this restaurant? I mean, like we seen that with like, like the pitch black ice cream and all these other different things. I'm trying to like the sundaes where it's like in a cone and it's like all dressed up nice.
Oh yeah, I think you're talking about the Freak Show shake. I know at the Shore, like that's how they got me on Facebook. Like they had this shake that they make. It's like ice cream, and then they put like cotton candy on it and fruity pebbles and like I think a Rice Krispie treat, lollipops on the sour straws. Like it's like a Freak Show like sundae. And it's like this whole big elaborate thing. It's like $20-something, but it's just like so appealing to look at. Now, I never finished it, but it was like really nice to just look at. And, I took a picture of it and I was like, yeah, I got my thing and all the stuff like that. So it's like, that's how they get advertising because they got me and now I'm spreading it to my network of people. And now if they're interested, I'm not going to probably reach all of them, but one or two people are going to be like, I think I'm going to go down there Belmar and get me that Freak Show sundae.
As far as the Freak Show sundae, on the taste test, have you had better sundaes?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I've had. I'm pretty sure I've bought like Turkey Hill and all that, and it's been better. But it's just the fact of like that. It was I was curious about it, and I was like, oh wow, this is really interesting. And they had like a little like 60-second clip of like how they make it, and it's so big, and it had like a big lollipop on the side of it, and it was like huge. And I was like, oh, this is really nice. Like it's really good to look at, and that's how you get people. That's just marketing 101. Like you reel people in with something really interesting. You hook them, and then you get them to buy your stuff. And even if it's not the best, you got them there.
Yeah,
and they're gonna talk about it whether it's good or it's bad, and that's just people are gonna be like, well, I got to see for myself.
Yeah, that's like when the first time I tried Gitanos down in Willingboro, and I was just like, I seen it a couple years ago. I was like bullshitting at work on Facebook.
Oh yeah, I seen that ad too, where they were like chopping up all the different meats on the grill.
And then you get the sandwich, and it's like this big, you know what I mean? And it's like, so I went there to test the limits. I'm like, let me see if this cheesesteak is really that big. And that cheesesteak big. Like I never had a cheesesteak so big where I had to like eat it with a fork. You know what I mean? Like they brought it out on the plate, and then they gave me fries with it. So it's just like they brought it out on the plate. The regular was like about like this size, and I picked it up, steak just falling out of the bread and shit. I'm just like, oh, it's true. Now again, like you said, like yeah, I've had better cheesesteaks, but like it was just like I could have ate that shit for like 4 nights. It was like ridiculously like huge. On top of the fries, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna take the rest of this to go.
Yeah, but that's the new wave of marketing because I feel like before, like when they had to market stuff to us, they usually had to do it through like commercials and through the radio and really had to like capture us through like our imaginations. Whereas now we can see everything like extremely visual and it gets to us really fast. Like Facebook, that's where a lot of people are making their money from with the ads. Like if you are paying to pump out ads to certain demographics and certain people who will like your product, you can definitely get like a good run on your business, like for sure. Like people will definitely see your stuff. You can push for it to be seen by a certain demographic group, by certain people in certain regions. So that's how you spread. Like it spreads like wildfire. Like I see a lot of stuff out here like that they know that is appealing to me out here, like especially food. Like, and I'm like, wow, this is really interesting. And I'll see it and they're like, oh, how did you find us? I'm like, Facebook. Like how else? That's where I see it first. Like it'll just be a random ad. I'll be scrolling down and then I'll see an ad for like some crazy sandwich or some crazy ice cream something, and then I'm like, oh, this don't look that far away. Even now on Instagram, there's this place in Philly that I'm dying to go to. It's a seafood restaurant. It's called Soul Fed Philly. And they're always posting these big old platters like crab legs and dipped in like this butter sauce and broccoli and all this good stuff. And I'm just like, I can't wait to get there. And they're open until 2 a.m. So I'm like, oh my goodness, one of these Saturdays when I'm not working, I'm going right to Philly to get me a nice platter. But that's how they got me. I found it through someone else's Instagram page that shared their plate. And I was like, this looked kind of good. Let me see where they got this from. Went to that page, started following them. And then from there, that's how it is. So that it's just like free advertising. It's like they really get you based off of what you like. Because I'm pretty sure if I seen something for some food that I wasn't eating, I'd be like, oh, whatever, I'm paying no mind. So they capture people in our demographics. They know that Twitter and everything like that is going to get our attention, especially like if they post like witty remarks and things like that on Twitter. Like, I don't know if anybody follows Wendy's Twitter page, but they're crazy on there. They talk real crazy on that page.
And like you said, like a big thing is just like with controversy. It's just like, especially like when we see things like you said with the war between what was it Chick-fil-A and Popeyes, but then again we seen that again. What was it, Wendy's and like McDonald's or something like that, and then Wendy's released like a fucking mixtape behind it. Yeah.
Do you remember when IHOP changed their name to IHOB and they started selling burgers for like that week and a half when nobody wanted to eat IHOP burgers?
Yeah, and it's just like, and again, it's just like it's. But the thing is, I think like back then, like you couldn't necessarily like get away with shit like that. Like even with the fucking Burger King taco, like I'm like, why is Burger King selling tacos and mozzarella sticks? You know what I mean? Like oh, Michelle said Wendy's lit. But why is Burger King selling tacos and mozzarella sticks when you know you can go somewhere and get it? Again, it's just to pull you in. It's just like, I have not eaten that Burger King taco, but I see somebody, and my mic fell off. I see somebody post that shit, and it's just like, by far, let me clip this on, the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, damn. It's by far, damn, this thing is really fucked up. Hold
on. I'm not going to Burger King to get no taco. If I want a taco, my last resort would be Taco Bell. But I'm not going to Burger King. I won't even eat their deer meat chicken nuggets.
How dare you?
Like, I would never, ever eat their chicken nuggets, none of that stuff. Burger King does not do it for me.
Look, I'll tell you like this. I go to Burger King because they always send in coupons to my house. So I'm just like, look, you know what I mean? I might as well get this deal real quick. You know? I'm like, if I'm going to kill myself, at least let me save some money while I'm doing it.
That's the best way to do it. And that's another effective way of advertising, is making people think that they're getting a good deal. And that's how they effectively get us too, because Popeyes was like pushing it on us on this chicken sandwich, you know, and people associate Popeyes with being affordable, whereas people look at Chick-fil-A like it's a little up there with prices.
That's the funny thing. When you actually like can really compare the prices, Chick-fil-A is actually like cheaper. Like I think Chick-fil-A's bill is like $6 something and some change, and
Chick-fil-A is not that expensive. I got a meal from Chick-fil-A and I spent under $10 for myself with like fries, a drink, and everything like that.
When you go to Wendy's, you go on Michelle. You go to Wendy's, you know what I'm saying? Over $10.
Yeah, unless you get a fo.
Yeah, it's just like, and to be honest, like I had accidentally got a Wendy's burger, and it was just like one of the worst things. But
I thought they were the freshest burgers. See, again, that's how they get you. They tell you that their beef is fresh, never frozen.
Yeah.
I can't imagine eating a Wendy's burger. Like, I just cannot do it. Like,
all I go there for these spicy chicken sandwiches and nuggets and like Frosties and shit like that. But yeah, like you said, like it's those little adjectives that they sell. We said this with Taco Bell too. It's just like Taco Bell is the adjective master. It's like beefy, crunchy, cheesy. And it's like they put all these things together, and it's like when you really look at the Taco Bell menu, it ain't nothing but the same.
Yeah, it's the same
mixed around, and it's like wait, Wendy's is lit online.
Yeah, it is. It's their Twitter page. I'm telling you guys, check out their Twitter page. Their Twitter page is crazy. Whoever runs their Twitter handle has to be like some girl from the ghetto that is ready to go, because they are the clapback like kings and queens of Twitter. Like, if you at Wendy's, they will come back at you crazy. Especially talking crazy, they'll come back at you crazy. They're always going at McDonald's like all the time, like all the time.
And like you said, they bringing business to both of them. I saw seen this too, and this was like a while ago. You know, the rapper 21 Savage, when the rapper 22 Savage came out. Like, how dare you? Like, that's just a step on your toes. Like, how? Like, but again, he knew he pulled that, and even though we don't necessarily hear anything from him anymore, that was a controversial moment. Like, wait a minute, we got 21 Savage, you 22 Savage?
Yeah.
Like, but the problem that I see with that, like moving forward, is just like, again, your product doesn't even really have to be good. You know what I mean? Like, and that's one of the scary things about it. It's just like, as long as you can attract a controversial statement behind it, it's something that brings attention to it. Don't nobody really give a fuck about what the quality is. And that's why I was saying, is the sound, like, if I was to try the sandwich again, is the sandwich legitimately good, or is it just hype behind it? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like we all agree on something. So it's basically by popular demand, it's true.
That's like nowadays, that's the best way to do it, is go viral or get the clout of it, because your product can be mediocre, but as long as you go viral and you catch everybody's attention, you're gonna make the money regardless if it's like mediocre or average.
Is that the deal with face tats?
Yeah. Yeah. With anything that's viral anywhere, like anything that you can capture a young person's attention for just this little bit of time, you're guaranteed to make money off of it. That's why those people who go viral, they instantly capitalize off of that. Like, it's just something you take that moment and run with it. Like, they don't waste no time. Like, that's how, again, Popeyes did it. They went viral with their sandwich because nobody was really talking about, like, yeah, everybody was like, oh, but it just took one meme, and then it was memes everywhere. Like, I feel like if you,
too much power.
I feel like if you are made a meme, or if you do anything that's meme worthy, and it goes viral, that's it. Like, you're gonna become famous, especially like if celebrities are talking about it. Like, that's it. And that's our new way of, like,
I'm gonna get the
marketing.
Teletubby tattooed on my forehead.
You're gonna go viral. Like, think about it. Think about everybody who's become famous off of going viral. Think about everything that has impacted us that has gone viral. All right, think about the guy who went viral for his mugshot. He has a lucrative modeling deal now.
The one that was everybody was like crazy on the light-skinned dude.
Yeah, with the nice eyes. Like, he was dating like some heiress. I think she just recently cheated on him or something like that. But yeah, like, people who go viral, they take that and they use that. Like, especially like people who got famous off of Vine. Like, a lot of them I've noticed now are like actors, like in movies and things like that. Like, they take these moments and they capitalize off of them. And that, we live in a capitalist country where that's how we make our moves. Like, that's how businesses do their things. Everything is about making money and, reaching the people in a new way. All right, so not everybody's listening to the radio anymore. Like, we'll probably listen to the radio when we're in our car if our phones aren't plugged up to the radio. So what's a better way to get their ads out to people? Social media. If they're not listening to the radio, if they're not watching TV, they're on their phone, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat. Snapchat even has ads on their little pages of stuff that they do and stuff like that. If you watch a couple stories, or if you go to like this other page, they have like little things that you can follow. Like, there's magazines on there, different things that they show you. Even Instagram incorporates ads on your timeline. Like, you can be scrolling and you just randomly see something pop up and it's sponsored content. Or influencers. That's another way, like, you can get money too off of like being.
And I think that's kind of like what you were saying. Is it's like we're more inclined to like listen to our peers when it comes to like really giving like criticism of other things. But you remember like back in the day, like before music was released, or when a product was released, or when a new food item was released, you had to like go into like the magazine clippings, like let's look at what the food critics were saying and kind of base your opinion off of that. But at this point, like, don't nobody really listen to what any music critic says about an album. You know what I mean? Because they get it instantaneously. Well, before you had to send it to the music critic. You had to send it to the food critic, had them give an honest rating and go and have it put in
even movies. We don't do that now. We wait till one of our friends go and watch it, and then we listen for them, or one influencer, somebody go and watch it.
Now, that's one thing I will not listen to people about, ever in my life, is movies. It's because I don't know, when people go see certain movies, I don't know like what their intention is. Like, some people like go in there, and depending on what the movie is, it's just like they might not take away like the same thing that you take away from it. You know what I mean? And that's just like that's one thing that I won't listen to people about. It's like movies, because people have told me like, oh no, this movie's trash, this movie's this movie's that, and this happened with Captain America: Civil War. Somebody was telling me like it was like, oh, it's not really all that good. I'm just like it's just that. I'm like, but when you look at it like as far as a plot wise, it wasn't like this big super villainous hero. And what I liked about it is that it was something different that he pit them against each other. Like, you know what I mean? He didn't have any kind of special superpower or anything ability that made him specifically better than them. He used his cunning to pit them against each other. And I'm just like, yo, when you really take that away from your standard good guy versus bad guy kind of scenario, like that's why I think that's one of the better ones. You know what I mean? But when you talk to somebody, it was just like, oh, it wasn't as much action in there or X, Y, and Z. I'm just like, you gotta look deeper, but like below the surface of that. And that's why I don't listen to people when they talk about movies. FYI, my top movie, and I'm saying this right now, is like the Pirates of the Caribbean series. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Pirates of the Caribbean series. The first three, and me, with that, I'm biased, so you can't say anything bad about the second two, even though I know it wasn't that good. My bias will not allow me to say anything bad about those movies.
I'm a Marvel head, like every Marvel movie to me, especially the X-Men series. I feel like I followed them, and I feel like they've flown and grown so much. Like now we're in the past now. So you can't say anything bad to me about any Marvel movie, because I'm just looking at you like, no, but crazy. Especially if you don't follow the comics. I feel like you really shouldn't have any say so about the movies, because you really have to follow. Yes, you have to follow the comics in order for you to get the movies. If you just watch the movies and then you're sitting here wondering like what's going on, well, if you didn't follow the comics, you wouldn't really know. Just like when they were sharing the Black Panther memes, when he was walking with his girlfriend, and then Storm was back there, and he was looking back, and everybody was laughing. I'm like, yeah, that's because in the comics, Storm was his wife. So that's funny to me. Like, that's just funny. But I can't say nothing bad about Marvel movies. But again, that's with marketing. It's like we're more word of mouth inclined. Like we more like to listen to our peers about everything. Like we want to hear their perception of things and things like that, and take it away from that, because we trust them. Like, I would trust my friend's opinion over some stranger that I don't know. Yeah, like,
just because you say you a movie critic, you watch a lot of movies. Like, me too.
Like, if some random stranger on the internet, some random man was like, yeah, Popeye's chicken sandwich is good, I'm gonna look at him and be like, no, but I don't trust you, random stranger on the internet. Yeah, but if my peer on Facebook says, wow, Popeye's got this new chicken sandwich and it's good, I'm going to be like, well, friend on Facebook who is also anonymous and a stranger, I think I might take your advice.
Now with that, and this is like, I want to take it back to like the Marvel movies. Do you think like with marketing, there's like an oversaturation of things? It's just like, yes, it'll go into his face. So like, we'll say like, all right, yeah, this Popeye chicken is the new hype. But when everybody starts doing it, it's just like, oh damn, now everybody got a fucking chicken sandwich now. And it's just like, at that point, it's just on the decline. So
yeah, and then there's going to be the next thing that's going to pop up, and we're going to be sensationalized about.
It's certain things that stick around, and I'll say honestly, one of the things that stick around that I didn't like it at first, but now I'm grown into it, is that damn pumpkin spice. Like, just like 5-6 years ago, pumpkin spice became like this new standard around this time. And it's like before, like all of my childhood, I never seen such an explosion over pumpkin spice. But also in that same year, I seen, what was it? It was like when you was like bacon and guacamole. Like that was the whole big thing. Like that was a whole big thing. And it was like it was like a hot sauce. It was like a different kind of hot sauce or something like that. They was like putting things in combination. She was like, don't talk shit about pumpkin spice.
Man, pumpkin spice is trash.
I'm not going to say it's trash. It grown on me. And
I don't like it.
I'm not going to lie. Like, at this point, a time when it comes around, I'm starting to look forward to it. But again, I was just like, well, what's this hype about it? Like this whole thing that they doing is just like, but again, it's like, that's one of the things that like really stuck around. But all that avocado bacon, like every restaurant had an avocado bacon something. Like Subway did one, and Wendy's did an avocado bacon. I was just like, it's at one point it gets to be like an oversaturation, and that's when we start seeing the die down. And I wanted to bring that point to Marvel movies. Do you think they should have slowed down on some of those things? Because as big as Black Panther was, I think they kind of rushed it, because like they wanted to push Black Panther out so they can get into Infinity Wars. You know what I mean? It was just like,
I don't think it was rushed because we started hearing about the Black Panther when it was in production in 2015.
yeah,
And Black Panther didn't come out until
2018.
2018, or was it 17?
18.
So yeah, we were hearing about it up until that point, and then we were also being built up to it in the Marvel movies. If you follow the cinematic universe, we were being built up to it with the end credit scenes for the Black Panther. Every movie in some way or some form, and especially in the cinematic universe, is connected in some way, shape, or form in the end credits. Like, you have an idea of what to expect. So I don't feel like it was rushed in that sense. I feel like it was more rushed in, like, getting the storyline into it and getting it across, like introducing who he is and how everything is about. But that's why I'm glad they're getting the opportunity to make the second movie so that they can really go into depth into Wakanda and stuff like that.
I think when they do that, they don't necessarily like need to be focusing too much on how they're going to fit him into the grand scheme of things. Like, kind of leave him, and even if they didn't do it necessarily with Black Panther, with Captain Marvel, because it was like, we need to get Captain Marvel out so we can push Endgame out. And Captain Marvel, it was just not really like anything spectacular. Like, it was different, but it wasn't anything like, when I watched it, I was just like, I wasn't like, oh, this is the next best Marvel movie. You know what I mean? Like,
I think Captain Marvel came out just to let us know, like, who would be assisting us in the end game and things like that, and just introducing her story and Marvel in itself, and like the hidden and cryptic messages. Because for me, like, when I watch movies, I always think of like messages in the movie. Like, there's some form of like message in it. Like, even in a book, like, there's a message in there that you're supposed to take away from the whole movie and things like that. Like, think about her name, Captain Marvel. It came from Marvel. Like, so, and then we call it the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it's like, that's like, put the little puzzle pieces together. I don't know. My mind is like a puzzle. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it works like that, because some people, like, they don't get it. I was just like, we was watching.
Yeah, and if you don't understand it, and then you're just still watching the movies, you're gonna be sitting there like, what? Because I didn't go into Captain Marvel expecting like some like big, exciting movie. My whole thing was, I was waiting for Endgame to see like how we was gonna tear this up and how they were gonna play it out. So that was my whole thing with that, like, because Infinity War was messing me up, man. I was in the movie theaters crying like a little baby. I was like, oh my God, they killed the homie, not the homie.
And I think, like, at that point, once you build like a certain, and let me ask you this then, before I get into that, do you think in this day and age that it's still reliable for your product to speak for itself? If we're talking about market, like, can your product like really be so good and so reliable? And Michelle said, I hate the Captain Marvel movie. But can your product actually still be good without word of mouth and still have that level of success? Memes aside,
it will build a loyal follower base. Like, you'll have your loyal followers. But if something is good, eventually it may not take off like immediately, like how everybody expects things to take off, but it's going to take off. Like, people are going to start talking about it because we all network. That's something that we're all inclined to do as people. Like, we network. Like, if I like a good nail salon, say for instance, word of mouth networking. If I go to a bad nail salon, I'm gonna tell people like, yeah, that nail salon's bad. But if I go to a good nail salon, I'm gonna refer as much people I can to that nail salon, because I'm like, if I'm getting quality service, I want the people close to me getting the same quality of care too. Like, the nail salon I go to, they serve me wine when I go there and make sure I'm all nice and done up and good and taken care of. So I would want people to do that. And then, I showed my mom that nail salon. Now she want to show all her friends. And so it's you have to like think word of mouth is really like the most powerful advertising tool, because it's the most personable approach. Like, we can pay actors to say things, and then it's like, all right, these are paid actors. What do they know? But if someone says your material is quality, you're going to follow it. You're going to follow up on it to see for yourself. Like, that goes for music, food, any type of arts, anything like that. Like, think about famous artists. Like, a lot of their art doesn't come out until they die. Yeah. And then when we see it, we're like, whoa, this is nice. And then you say, oh, did you see that piece by such and such? And now everybody is seeing that piece by that person. Like, I go to the Adunde Festival, and they display a lot of art in Philly. And what I do is I'll take pictures of the art and like put them on like my Snapchat so that people can see them. And some of them are like art that have been around for years, but it's just the fact that I'm getting that artist's work out there. Like that's a form of networking, because then they go on their Facebook page and they market the people's work as well too. Like if you missed it, you can go, you can buy it, you can cash app them for it. Like they set it up for you, and that's another way of marketing. Like people talking about stuff. Like I've seen a lot of stuff pick up just off of people talking about it, whether it be a party, an event, food, makeup, whatever. Like even in the makeup world, like I'm gonna go back to influencers, because that's really what it is. That we're being influenced to try these things, and that's why they're called influencers. They will tell you certain products to buy and use and try. Like, yeah, I'm using my such and such brush by such and such company, and my such and such eyeshadow palette by such and such place, and this is the best pigmented whatever. And now, even if it's not, just because they say it is, and they're getting paid to say it is, but they're making it seem like it's not, it's like a homemade video of whatever, you're gonna be like, you know what, that eyeshadow came out great, I'm gonna buy that palette because XYZ on YouTube